Good morning. So today I'm in Anglesey, North Wales, to explore Llanddwyn Island, also known as Lovers Island, named after Saint Dwynwen, who retreated here after a tragic love story. 4 a.m. wake-up call to beat the tide. I started and ended in Newborough Forest on a mission to see a red squirrel. Spoiler alert, it is worth sticking round to the end if you can. Apologies for the length of the video, there were just so many breathtaking views that I found it difficult to edit them out. Enjoy. Good morning. So today I've just arrived at Newborough Forest car park, and you can see it's absolutely huge, and it's also absolutely empty because it's literally just getting light. It's just before 7 in the morning. And we're here, well, firstly to go through the forest and see if we can see any squirrels. That'd be good. And then we're going on to Llanddwyn Island, where there's a few historic sites for us to see. Should be interesting. So let's go. You'll see the mountains in front there. It's quite chilly. It was coming up, it was 8-9 degrees in the car, and all of a sudden, as you got through Anglesey, it dropped down to 3 degrees, and it feels it. Never mind. Right, we're just going to have a look at the notes boards and find our walk. Okay, so we've got choices. We can go left, straight over the beach and across, but I think that might be a bit boring. There's a longer walk, which is the blue walk, and there's the trim trail, which is the green. I think we'll take the green, which goes through the forest, so we'll have a look at that. So basically, if you want to take the beach walk, it's just over the boardwalk there, and you just walk straight along the beach. But we're going to go through the forest. I think I've just spotted a little rabbit here. There he is. I don't know if you've seen him run. It's not a red squirrel, but it's not a bad start, is it? There goes my head through a cobweb. Okay, let's leave him be. Okay, so the forest, it's made up of Corsican pines, and it was planted between 1947 and 1965, basically to stop the sand dunes from shifting. And it's one of the few very rare places in the UK where hopefully you can find red squirrels. I say that, I mean this forest is absolutely huge. And I think on the last count there was only about 100. And if you think about it, the chances are quite slim. But I reckon if I try and shut up for a bit, perhaps put some music on and see if we can spot one. I'll catch you further down the forest, if not at Llanddwyn Island. See you later. Okay, so there's a path off to the left here, which I think I'm going to take because I can see the island just beyond the trees here. I'll have a venture down. Wow, the sunrise over the mountain range there. It's absolutely beautiful. I say there's one other person I've seen on the beach, and that's where we're going there. Llanddwyn Island. We're going to pick up the ruins of a chapel, the story of a saint, a couple of crosses, a couple of lighthouses, some old cottages, and a lifeboat, an old lifeboat station. So possibly some wild horses. Okay, so we're about to head onto the island, up these steps. So now people think I'm mad for getting up on my day off at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, but this is why. I could just sit here all day and just listen to the waves. So this in front of us is the ruins of St Llanddwyn's Chapel. St Llanddwyn is the capital of lovers for Wales, basically the English equivalent to St Valentine's. She retreated to the island when she couldn't marry the guy, the man she fell in love with. So she retreated here. She swore never to marry again, which she never did, and she just gave herself to God. This chapel became a pilgrim site up until 1536, when Henry VIII basically attacked the Catholic Church. There's not a lot of it left now. Yeah, so St Llanddwyn, she died on the 25th of January, 460 AD. And that is still celebrated as the Welsh Valentine's Day, if you like. It's St Llanddwyn's Day. See, not a lot left today, but I'll try and put a picture up online, or a drawing or something of what it once was, or show it in a bit more detail. I don't know, see what I can find. So this cross was placed here by F.G. Wynne in 1897, and he was once a former owner of the island. And it's in memory of St Llanddwyn, sorry. Maybe you can see on there. Now it says January 25th, 465. Now everything I've read said 460. So it stands at 10 metres tall. It was commissioned in 1842 by Carnarvon Harbour Board to offer safe passage through the Menai Straits to vessels. It was still a working lighthouse up until 1975, when it was decommissioned. And believe it or not, the smaller lighthouse, which is just in front of us, Bachmar, now has the more modern gardens lights housed in it. Whoops. I mean, So this takes us onto that beach we were just looking down on. I suppose it's all right. There's the big guy on the rock. I'm not going to try and tell you what they are, because I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue. But wow, I think I've scared them off. They're huge. So just coming up on the left, these are the pilotmen's cottages. They're responsible for giving ships safe passage across the straits. Got no idea why they've got a cannon, but I doubt we'll be able to get in, but let's have a look. Welcome to the Pilot's Cottage exhibition. Do you ever start to worry when you're still the only one here and it's like 2 hours later? I'm thinking, have I got the tides wrong? Well, we'll soon find out. I haven't even brought my shorts. And there's no lifeboat man here anymore. Never mind. So we're heading over now to the smaller of the two lighthouses. You can see this is a lot smaller, and it's also a lot less manufactured. It's more just like mortar, isn't it? Looking back across the island from this picture, you can see the two crosses, the chapel ruins, the pilot cottages, the lifeboat station, and the other lighthouse. Yeah, it's in one picture. So I'm just making my way off the island. I've got to say, what a treat that was. I'll be back. I know I said it before, but if you're coming to Anglesey, check the tide times. Make sure you go out just at low tide if you can. Spend a couple of hours at least on there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I got here about quarter to seven. Low tide was 7, so it was ideal really. It's now about 9:30, so, and you can see the tide's still well out. It only gets back fully in until just after 12 midday. But the only problem is you only get, during these times anyway, really one a day. But there is 2, but the second one's not till 11 o'clock at night, and I don't think that'd be much fun, in being honest with you. So yeah, Llanddwyn Island, Anglesey, Newborough Forest, got the lighthouses, the pilot's cottages, chapel ruins, the myth of Saint Llanddwyn. Fantastic place, highly recommended. So I'll head back through the forest. I doubt we'll see a squirrel now because I think it's too late for them now.
Ooh.
So no squirrels died during the making of this film. I only managed to spot this guy because as usual I got lost. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.